Hi everybody, it's Ann Katzoff of Ask Design. Today we'll be exploring the cover block and the use of a hero section. The cover block is a powerful, versatile tool that enables you to overlay content on top of an image or a solid color. There are many uses for this core block. In today's tutorial, we'll explore how to use it for a website's hero image that includes a CTA, which is a call to action. The hero image is a large photo, artwork, or video placed prominently at the top of a website page. Its intention is to grab the attention of visitors and provide a glimpse into what the website is all about. To increase its impact, hero images often are accompanied by text and calls to action. Let's get started by inserting a cover block and looking at its default settings. There are several ways to insert a block. The one that I like to do is a backslash, and then I start typing in the name of the block. So here we go, cover, and it will filter through, give us this set of options. So we can upload the image right now, or what I often do is upload my images before I even get started so that they're already in my media library, or use a featured image. So let's go to the media library in a second. The other thing you can do is just simply use a block of color. So we'll do both things. Let's first do the image, and I'll select it right here. And there we go. So we've got that method. And then if we just want a block of color, we'll go and choose the color. Now let's look at the actual default settings. I like to open up the list view, select that cover block, and check out the settings upstairs here. We've got align to none, so it will go to the content width of that theme. And we've got a title, right title. And let's swing over to the sidebar on the right side so the font size is large. It's all defaulting to whatever's built into the theme. Let's go back to the cover block itself, and inner blocks will use the content width of that theme. In this case, I think it's 1020. Now let's switch to the styles. The overlay color is again dependent on the theme. The opacity is 50%, and you can change that by moving that back and forth. As far as the block of color goes, I chose that blue color, and you'll see the opacity is 100%. If we write title, you'll see it chooses white for me. The themes will change that color. If your background is a lighter color, the text color will be darker. I want to swing back to the cover image that contains an actual image and look over on the settings sidebar. The focal point is right smack dab in the middle of the image itself. So we've got 50% left, 50% from the top. Next, we'll write a title and then make some style changes. So I've got the title here. It's large and it's defaulting. I'm not changing the color yet until the next cover block, where I do make some changes in a lot of different things. I'm going with a wide width, and instead of just a paragraph block, I've got an H4 block where I've manipulated the color to be white, the size XL, and the paragraph now, that's also white, and it's staying large, but I've manipulated the line height so that it tucks itself up closer to the H4. Back to the cover again, I have changed the height of it. So I'm selecting the cover block, and let's go in the sidebar styles. I've got the opacity at 20% as opposed to 50%. I've also changed the overlay color. Okay. You can do a slider here for the opacity. And I've also changed the height. So I dragged it, or you can actually type in the number there, either way. And is our focal point the same? I think I left that the same, but on the next one, I'm changing it to full width and a different focal point because I am changing the height back to 400. Okay, 400, and my focal point in the settings is still 50% in from the left and right, but from the top it's 72%, so it rose up. And I'm also moving the content up to the top center. So this is a nifty little area here where you can change the position of the content inside. This will be the default width of the content area, since we've got inner blocks still using the content width. But in the next setting, I'm changing that a little bit. Let's see. We still have full width, we still have top center, but I've grouped all the content so that I can change the width of that section. Let me show you what I did. I changed it to 1280. It may even default to that once everything is in a group, but just to be sure, I place that information here, and it will, instead of aligning with the content width, it juts out a little bit. And then I added a button, and I styled the button a little bit with the white text on the sort of magenta purple kind of color. So let's save all this. Okay, now let's take a look at how everything looks on the front end. Here is the cover block with an image and a cover block with just a color background, what that looks like straight out of the box. And next, I've added the actual title, and now we see the wide width along with the H4 in white and a little bit of size change, and the text is now in white. Now we go to a full width, and we're changing the height of the image here back down to 400 here. I think we increased it to 800. So we've got that happening, and we changed our focal point because the image height is shorter now. We also repositioned this block of text to be top center, and it's still defaulting to the content width. Here, I put everything in a group so that I could change the width of that section to be a little bit wider. You see how it juts out beyond the content, and it's still positioned at the top center, but we've aligned it to the left. So there are so many cool things you can do with the cover block to capture your visitor's attention right away, give them a quick summary of what the site is all about, and then, of course, a call to action. So I hope this tutorial was helpful for you. If you have any methods that you'd like to share about how you've been using the cover block for your hero images and calls to action, feel free to share and, of course, ask any questions that you might have. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye-bye.